we are handing out grants of up to $5,000.
Wow.
And these are grants. They're not loans. They're not repayable. And it's for small businesses.
If you're seeking direction from industry leaders to help your business grow, these podcasts are designed to provide the right resources, strategies, and motivation to help you thrive. Let's go. Welcome, everyone, to Canadian SME Business Magazine's podcast. Today, we have the opportunity to spend some time with Rocco Rossi, President and CEO of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce. My name is Shiraz Sadiq. I'm the consulting editor of Canadian SME Business Magazine and founder of Leverage Consulting. Really excited. This is our second time this year that I've had the opportunity to connect with Rocco. The first time they had just released their report, Small Business, A Big Impact, and it was full of amazing stories of overcoming business owners in the face of and despite of all the challenges that we are facing. Since then, there's been an amazing response. Created by RBC, the Canada United Small Business Relief Fund, I know that's a mouthful, is a movement to support local businesses and communities across the country. The Canada United Small Business Relief Fund, CUSBRF, now hopefully that doesn't become CUSBARF, but was established to help small businesses offset the cost of expenses to reopen safely or adopt digital technologies to move more of their business online. Now, over 14 million has been contributed by the federal government, RBC, and other partners to support recovery efforts due to COVID-19. Now we are able to extend relief grants to more small businesses to help restart and accept grants applications from small businesses across all provinces for expenses incurred after March 15th. Now, Rocco, welcome and thank you for spending time with us. First of all, congrats. Congrats on being a part of the program. Can you share some of those details with us?
Sure, Shiraz. Thank you for shining a light on this. I mean, as we all know, business is struggling. The conditions are horrendous. We've already lost thousands of small businesses across the country, and it will be some time before we're out the other end, but there have been remarkable efforts by businesses of all sizes, and the Canada United campaign that kicked off with RBC and the Chamber of Commerce movement across the country, and 50 other corporate brands was a great way of encouraging Canadians to show local some love, to buy local, to dine local, to celebrate local. And along the way, we were raising money, much like the Bell Let's Talk. Every time someone did hashtag Canada United, 5 cents was put into a fund by RBC and the partners. That got to over $2 million. And then the federal government, and big thanks to Minister Mary Ng and the federal government for contributing an additional $12 million. So that gives us a fund of over $14 million, with which we are handing out grants of up to $5,000.
Wow.
And these are grants. They're not loans. They're not repayable. And it's for small businesses. So you have to be under 75 employees, a minimum of $150,000 in sales. I wish we could have had an even lower number, but the reality is even 14 million is not a big number. And so there has to be, unfortunately, a cutoff. And you go to gocanadaunited.ca. There is an application form. As you say, this is for expenses even backdated to March 15th. So you've already purchased the PPE, you've already put plexiglass up in your facility, you've done some digital business enhancement. You can accumulate those receipts, and we're going to need proof of payment that the money has been spent. Fill out a very simple application form. Along with that corroborating support materials, the receipts, the invoices, etc. And we're trying to process those as quickly as possible. Clearly, there's more demand than there is supply of the funds. So this is first come with completed applications, first served. So,
okay.
And it is Canada-wide.
Wow, thank you. That was a lot of information, and certainly we'll share with all of our viewers how they can apply and the qualifying factors as well. So thank you so much for being detailed about that. Details matter. And when
100%.
people are evaluating response, people are looking to leaders like yourself and other agencies and the response. Nobody knew back in March that we would be having this conversation of ongoing continuance of support. If you look back at the response, how do you measure going forward, not from a scorecard to give us an A, B, C, or D, but more from an effort perspective? It's amazing seeing, you said, over 50 entities coming together to raise funds. How do you feel about the response and communities coming together to help small business?
Well, it's one of the things that makes me so optimistic about our situation despite the crisis, and that is the level of collaboration. The level of collaboration across all levels of government, across political parties, across regions, across sizes of businesses. Mm-hmm. We know we're in this together. We know we're only going to get through it together, and it's not a given. I mean, you only need to look south of the border to see that cooperation doesn't necessarily magically happen. People have to bring goodwill to it, and we've been very fortunate at that. So let's keep it going because this is not over, and until we have a widely available vaccine, we are going to be struggling.
So let's say on that tip for a second, the challenges that we're facing. You speak about the vaccine being a sign of confidence that things could potentially turn. What other signs from a business perspective should we be looking for or working towards really to begin to have this cloud lifted?
Right. Well, one, businesses have to keep doing their utmost through PPE, through structuring their facilities to make sure it's absolutely the safest possible environment, because confidence for consumers and for employees is critical. All of us as individuals need to do our part. I mean, I want everybody get their smartphone, download the COVID alert tracking and tracing app onto your phone. It's free at the App Store or through Google, and it's absolutely critical because we need to be able to track and trace any positive cases to keep the virus from spreading. And it blows me away that people say, well, I'm worried about privacy. Privacy is protected. Millions of Canadians have no problem putting far more personal data onto Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And yet this application that can actually save your life and help save the lives of others, I'm worried about privacy. Get over it. That needs to be done. Number two, this is the year, if ever there was going to be a year, this is the year for sure. Get your flu shot. We have to keep the demand on our hospitals from everything else as low as possible so that we can manage through this. There is no zero risk way to open the economy until you have that widely available vaccine. So we need to do our part.
Thank you. There is a lot of work yet to be done. You touched on potentially, I won't say conspiracy theories, but certainly some hesitancy in folks getting on board with some opportunities to help us curb the spread. What do you feel, and where can folks go from a business perspective that you feel are reliable sources of information. Now, for everyone's benefit, we're certainly going to share all the details of Ontario Chamber of Commerce. What other resources can they expect to receive by going to your site and even joining the Ontario Chamber of Commerce?
Well, go to occ.ca. There's a ton of resources, and then links also to the public officers of health, very important, to Health Canada, super important. Download COVID alert, also really important. There's the Canadian Business Resiliency Network at the Canadian Chamber, the national site, so that you can get those resources from coast to coast to coast. And your point, Shiraz, is critical. There is a lot of information out there. You need those trusted sources so that you're using the best possible and latest information to help make those decisions.
Thank you. There are two general thrusts and applications for these funds for those who successfully complete the application process and are approved. It generally is for expenses incurred from a PPE perspective. And then also the other side of that is really for digital technologies to move their businesses online. Now, we know that video is a big way to begin to promote your business. Hence, we're doing this, and instead of writing an article, they'll actually get to hear and see your pretty face, which is pretty awesome. In what other ways?
I have a face for radio, sadly. But,
I think me and you both, but I think our glasses make us look good. In video aside, what other digital technologies or applications or mediums can you see from a business development perspective that folks should really be considering?
Well, obviously, to the extent that people can order online for your business, that's huge, or at least be able to get more information. I mean, there's always the combination of bricks, clicks, and bricks again. So people who can do curbside delivery, who can do delivery, whether it's a restaurant or a retailer, really important to look at that. So there's promotion that you can use digital for. There's actual transaction that you can use digital for. There's back office that you can use digital for, in terms of managing records, using the cloud, different services that are available. And actually, our colleagues at the Toronto Region Board of Trade have a fantastic program for Ontario businesses. So you can go to their website, or go to their social media sites and find out more about the WRAP program, which is to help small, medium-sized businesses accelerate and learn more about how to use digital tools to enhance their business operations.
Thank you. Because the low-hanging fruit is, well, I need to make a website. But no, there are so many more opportunities to streamline your business and help other businesses as they provide these same services to you. So it definitely is a win-win. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. There is hope. There is light. There is opportunities for us to together move forward out of what we are in right now. What last thoughts would you have to tell me and other small business owners like myself? I did mention that I run my own consultancy, and yet it's been tough on everyone. What words would you have what could you tell me to infuse confidence to say, hey, from your perch, from your view, what gives me reason to believe that we're going to turn this corner?
The level of cooperation, collaboration, unprecedented. The speed at which governments are operating, incredible. It's still, for COVID standards, still not fast enough, but every effort is being made. I'm very much encouraged by that. I'm encouraged by how people came together for Canada United, and we've got to keep that spirit, that unity of purpose going. Whenever you think about what's the next purchase, whether as a consumer or as a business, can you make that purchase locally? right? Small business, local business has never needed your business more than right now. And if we can keep that money circulating and growing, you can do a tremendous amount. It's not enough to say, let the government deal with it. Our purchases, our wallet, our decision of where we're going to spend our money is also going to help us determine how quickly we come out of this. And so those buy local campaigns that support your Main Street, those are incredibly important, make a huge difference. If your finances permit it, order delivery, takeout, buy a gift certificate, look to your fellow businesses along the street and in your community. You're a consultant, you need some printing done. Think about getting it from a local printer. You need packaging. Think about that local retailer who can provide you with the packaging that you need. Sometimes you can go somewhere else online, get it for a couple bucks cheaper, but those people are not the people you share your Main Street with. They're not the people who are helping to sponsor the local sports teams in your community, that are providing the first jobs for your kids, the place where you celebrate a birthday or a special occasion. They've always been there for the community. We need to be there for them now. So COVID alert, get your flu shot, buy local wherever possible, and go to occ.ca, find out about the resources that are available. Apply to gocanadaunited.ca if you're a qualifying small business.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rocco Rossi, CEO and President of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce. 5 amazing opportunities, 5 amazing points that if we consider seriously, it certainly will advance us all together moving forward. Thank you again, Rocco Rossi.
A real pleasure, Shiraz. Stay positive and test negative.